What's up you guys, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on IG, check out my merch, and turn on post notifications. Wholesome gang. Before we get started, I wanted to thank our sponsor, which is Dossier. You guys know I love Dossier. A huge part of a get ready with me in real life is your scent, your fragrance. I never honestly leave my house without it. I mean sometimes, but like even if I'm going to Whole Foods, I love to just throw on a little, you never know who you might see. But Dossier is one of my favorite perfume companies. All of their fragrances are based on iconic designer scents, but for a fraction of the price. So this has been my favorite as of this month. This is their floral honeysuckle, and it is based on Gucci Bloom, which I've definitely gone to Sephora and smelled that many a time, and this definitely smells like it. It's just a very light floral feminine scent. It's like very honeysuckle-y, like it's all makes sense why they would name it that. The top notes of this: green leaves, orange, honeysuckle. Middle notes: jasmine, sambac, tuberose, and the base notes: orris, sandalwood, and vanilla. So it's sweet and feminine without being overly sweet and like a Victoria's Secret pink body splash 2010, if you know what I mean. It still smells mature and like an adult woman can wear this. If y'all know me, I definitely prefer more earthy, woody scents. So not to say I'm surprised that I like this, but I'm glad that I do, because I think it's probably like the sandalwood, but it's definitely not too sweet for me. So I love that. So all of their perfumes start at, I believe, around $39, which is again such a fraction of the price of the scents that they're based off of. What's really cool is that you actually get a sample of the perfume in the box, so you can try it on, like wear it all day, wear it for multiple days in a row, see if you like it, see if you like how it wears on you. And if you don't end up liking it, you can keep this and just return the perfume. So they're really focused on, you know, keeping the customer happy, and I just find that to be very important and show that they believe in their product. So you guys should definitely check them out. I believe you can get 10% off with my code, so use the link down below. Such a huge fan of their scents. But yeah, if you smell me, this might be what I have on. Let's go ahead and get started with the get ready with me. Okay, y'all, so I just used a new moisturizer. Shiny as fuck. SPF, especially if you're white. So after this video comes out, the topic might be kind of like old, or the specific reference, the TikTok I'm gonna be referring to, but I still feel like the ideas are relevant, so we're gonna talk about it. So this girl made this TikTok, and I feel like, you know, I follow this girl. I feel like she does a lot of like satire, and you know, she has like this character, I feel, but it's not really like a character, like obvious a character enough to where if you didn't know, you would like know, like you would just think this girl acts like this. Anyway, so she made this TikTok kind of talking about, oh, if you think, you know, if your way of confidence is just looking in the mirror and saying, oh, I'm the hottest, I'm so hot, you know, you actually need to learn a skill, or learn what the FTC does, or learn how to spell a word. And it just came across, and especially to, you know, it went to Twitter. So of course a bunch of people that don't know her, don't really know her, like this character that she kind of does that's very just, I don't know. I don't even know how you would describe that. Like a tough love, like, oh, if you, like independent woman, like I don't really know how to describe. So of course all these people like had all these different takes, and were like, a lot of people were very offended by it, and a lot of people were also defending her. It's like it definitely came across as very like rude. And again, I'm not trying to like attack this girl, because I do think she has a lot of funny videos, and ultimately she does, like her page, her TikTok page is ultimately like meant to motivate people, or like inspire people, empower people, especially women. But I do feel like she didn't really think this one through, and like how people would take it. So I just felt like it was a little like bullying and kind of a little pick me vibes. You know that classic picture of like a bimbo walking, picking up the book, and then becoming this like wholesome, plain, boring girl? And I just feel like that's very misogynistic. You know, it's like all these things that are traditionally more feminine things, like fashion, makeup, you know, caring about how you look, even more extreme things like getting plastic surgery or whatever. It's like a lot of those things, a lot of people, a lot of women are really shamed for enjoying or for participating in. You know, we're constantly told like, you don't need makeup, you look so much better without makeup. Men prefer no makeup, or you know, if people get plastic surgery, it's like, oh my god, like you don't love yourself, you're fake, you just care about how you look, like you're so shallow. And I feel like a lot of us maybe went through a phase where we were like trying so hard to distance ourselves from these feminine traits. I remember in 5th grade, some girls in my class were like already doing makeup, already like trying to dress a little more cute. You know, they'd like wear bras, they would wear little tank tops. That was like when having like 5 different spaghetti straps was like really in. So like the more popular, you know, like mature girls would be doing that, and like I wasn't like that. Me and my friends, like we were still very wholesome in 5th grade, and we just thought that was like so crazy. I remember getting my first training bra in 5th grade and just being like horrified and like so embarrassed if anyone would like see it through my little shirts. And I just remember being like, I'm never gonna like, you know, shop at Hollister or like wear makeup. Like that's just like ew. And it's not even like, it was like, oh no, these girls are mean and that's like what they're doing, so I don't want to be mean and like them. But it was like literally just about the more like feminine things, and like, you know, things that a lot of girls especially are just interested in as we grow up and go through puberty and whatever. Everyone, but you know, some people, a lot of women. You know, I think a classic example of something I was really into at the time was like High School Musical. We have, you know, Vanessa or fucking Gabriella, who is like smart, going to college, you know, she's a little more plain. And then we have Sharpay, who's like so feminine and like almost more of like a bimbo vibe, you know, the bleach blonde hair, the fucking outfits, the very like extra personality. And it was like, oh no, like I want to be like the other one. And it's not like one is better than the other, but I just feel like we're so often shamed for like being more like a Sharpay, like more, you know, I don't know, interested in fashion, makeup, like being demanding, asking for what we want, knowing our worth. And again, not saying one is better than the other, but it's just so often we're fucking shamed. And we're literally shamed for like either. Like if we're not doing traditionally feminine things, it's like, ew, what's wrong with you? Like maybe like put on some makeup, get your life together. Like maybe you should dress more cute. But then if we are, it's like, oh my god, you only care about how you look. Like you're so fake, you're so shallow, like you don't even have any real hobbies. So I feel like this girl who made this TikTok did not really think that through. And I get what she was trying to do and trying to like empower people and women to seek something else or like do something else rather than just like sit around, I don't know, on IG trying to gain approval from others, whatever. That's like a different conversation though. It's like, if that's what you meant, you should have just said that. She also said something like, stop sitting around all day and like only consuming media. And she was like, read a book, as if a book is not media consumption, as if like learning about any of the fucking things she's saying to learn about doesn't require consuming media of some kind to fucking learn. I don't know, just the tone and the examples that she used came across so like I don't know, it was like she was on Instagram and saw someone prettier than her and it like triggered her, so she, you know, did this rant and like thought to herself, well, this girl probably doesn't know how to read, and so like went on this rant about like, well, at least I know how to read, like at least I know how to do all this stuff, like being pretty doesn't matter. It was very harsh, to be honest. On the flip side though, I feel like there is something to be said about, you know, we are really taught that our looks are everything, like as women especially, and you know, if we're not conventionally attractive, we're kind of useless to society, etc. And then you kind of have to think about like, okay, how come these 10-11-year-old girls were already wearing makeup or like already trying to dress a little more like mature or whatever, and it's like, it's because we fucking see that in the movies that we watch, in the media that we fucking consume. Oh no, we see what the Disney princesses look like. Oh, they all have like this small waist and like this hourglass figure, and they all have big eyes and like big lips and small noses and whatever, and we're like, oh, I want to be like that, like I want to get the prince, I want to be successful in life, like I want to live happily ever after, therefore I will just look like that, act like that. When was the last time you used this kind of brush? Don't know why I'm choosing this today. Again, it's like, if that's the point she was trying to make, she should have just said that instead of like shaming individuals for like their interests and hobbies. It was just giving like very much I'm not like other girls vibes. Like, well, I actually read books, I actually know what the FTC is. You guys just sit around all day on your phone, like as if she's not literally on TikTok and makes TikToks all the time. I wasn't like as personally offended because I was like, oh, this is an opportunity to like think about this and like, why is this like bothersome to so many people? Again, it's like, I feel like I kind of know what her intentions were because I have followed this girl and seen her videos before, but it's just like, this one was like a disappointment. Like, sis, we're past this. Like, we're not gonna shame people for their interests. It's like, if it's literally been ingrained in you that your looks are important and then you're gonna and then someone else comes and like shames you for that, it just gives the person like mixed messages, because it's like, okay, well, it's literally, I've been taught since such a young age that this is like important, and then here comes this random girl like telling me that I'm dumb for caring about that. It's like, okay, how about instead we just like bring awareness to it, so then people can like just use their own brains and think, instead of like shaming them and just being a bully. Not to be like, well, I'm like, at least I do it in a good way, but you know, I talk about issues like this, I feel like, in my videos and my podcasts, and you know, what especially comes to mind is like when I talk about how marriage is a scam, like, oh, you really need to like reevaluate your relationships with a lot of these straight dudes. I'm always very careful to not like say anything hateful towards like anyone who might be in a relationship or whatever, because it's like, that's none of my business, and I don't know everyone's life, I don't know everyone's relationship. I can like talk about things that I've observed and like, okay, well, you know, there's been studies done that proves this or that, so maybe just like think about it and make a decision based like on all the facts, instead of just like, I want to live happily ever after, like, oh my god. But I'm not gonna be like, anyone who does that is a fucking dumb bitch. Like, because first of all, I don't believe that. Also, it's like, who am I to say? Like, I'm just a random bitch. I feel like I've definitely had my moments. See, this is the thing too, like I was thinking about this girl's video, like how is everyone reacting to this? But then I also was thinking about it in like a personal way, because I feel like I've definitely had moments online throughout my fucking however many years I've been on YouTube and whatnot, where I have made very bold statements that weren't very educated, and you know, it's just like, not even necessarily for shock value, but it has a lot of shock value, and people get pissed and people take it personally, and it's like, okay, I should have like not said that, or you know, just phrased it differently, so it would have been a little more like, okay, how about we think about this, or like, this is my opinion on this, like, what do you guys think, rather than like, anyone who does this. I really think of the vegan days, you know, like ultimately I'm trying to spread a good message, but it's like, sometimes it is really how you say it. That's like everything. So just kind of some things I was thinking about when it came to this girl's video. Should I use a bronzer or a fucking liquid? It's like I was gonna like comment on this girl's video like, rethink this, sweetie. But I was like, you know, maybe I could talk about this and just kind of like, I don't know, I feel like if you watch my videos, especially these days, and like my podcast, you kind of get the vibes, my vibe. So it feels like a safe space to kind of like share. I always forget this is like too orange. Oh no. But I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Did you see this video? Do you know what I'm talking about? And what do you think about the whole like, I don't know, bimbofication movement, I guess? It's like reclaiming this like idea of what it means to be feminine almost. Men don't like makeup. Did I ask? Like, I literally, like, what? Okay, don't wear makeup then if you don't like it. Like, dude, there's just so many double standards in this fucking world. Look how orange this is. This is like a bedtime. Okay. It's like we're just constantly shamed for anything that we fucking do. And so I feel like, therefore, this is so orange. Okay, I think I'm gonna be able to fix it. I used way too much. I haven't used this in a while. So anyway, so therefore, the more we like learn about why did this guy say this to me, or why am I experiencing shame over this part of like who I am, or this part of my personality, or this decision I made, you know, we'll be able to like understand, I guess, why, like go a little deeper into why. Maybe before I had any awareness about like any of this, you know, maybe someone would say, like a guy would like, let's just go with the makeup example. A guy would say like, oh, I don't like makeup, like you should wear less makeup, and I would be like hurt by that or offended by that, or like even worse, be like, okay, I'll wear less makeup for you. And now if a guy says that, it's like I laugh in his face, like, you need to get with the times, buddy. Like, we don't say that anymore. That's just a very like light example, but I think I've said this before too, but like I feel like with slut shaming, it's like, okay, now we know. A lot of people just get very threatened when a woman is, I don't know, when I say sexually liberated or makes her own decisions or has full autonomy over her body. So therefore, it's like if someone slut shames us, it's a little more like, I feel bad for you that you still fucking, I mean, not to say that it's like, it can't hurt sometimes, but it's like, I feel like we're more aware of like why someone might be saying that. It's like, oh, they still believe in all these old systems. Like, I feel kind of bad that you still haven't unlearned that internalized belief, and like you're so, like if you're saying that about me, you probably feel that way about yourself. I don't know, just stuff like that. It's just very good to like learn about stuff so that when you're faced with it, you can recognize it. And that's why, me trying to fix it, that's why I think that like self-love and also unlearning a lot of like traditional ideals or values or whatever, like they go hand in hand. You have to be able to like set boundaries, you know? We're gonna get rid of this idea as a society, but then it's like, okay, it starts with like yourself and practicing it yourself. If a guy is like, come over on the first date and you're like not okay with that, like no, if you're gonna spend time with me, if I'm gonna spend time with a man, it's not gonna be in this like bullshit ass setting, first of all, and also this is like unsafe. You can know that and recognize that, but then it takes like a level of self-love or like almost self-respect. I kind of don't even like the word self-respect because I feel like it reminds me of like, you need to respect yourself, put some more clothes on. But that's not what I mean. But like respect isn't, self-respect isn't like respecting your boundaries and honoring them even when it feels really hard and scary. And like be able to practice saying like, no, I'm not comfortable with that, no, that's not for me. So this is like really what I've been trying to learn and like practice and focus on. Oh my god, I'm still orange as fuck. Rookie mistake, dude. But that is like what I try to promote and talk about on my channel and my podcast and on my TikToks, because I feel like that is a little more helpful than just like bullying people. I don't know, maybe someone would feel bullied by that, but like that's not my intention. It's not like I'm coming in here yelling at people. I do not like how this makeup is turning out, bro. Maybe it just needs to like settle in. I don't know. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. These eyebrows are crazy. Like this is not how I want them to look. Maybe they'll come together. Maybe like, let's hope and pray right now. Maybe if you didn't wear makeup, you wouldn't be experiencing this problem right now. Okay, new topic. Just, okay, I feel like I've exhausted that topic. And I feel like I talk about that all the time. But it just like never gets old. And there's always like new examples, you know? Okay, this blush kind of, okay. It kind of changed the vibe. Is anyone else experiencing like FOMO already for this summer? Like I just keep seeing so many tweets, so many people talking about like this summer's gonna be crazy, and it's like, what do you guys mean? I mean, hopefully it'll be like cute and hopefully we can be safe and hopefully, you know, the pandemic slows down. But it's like, what are you guys planning? I don't really have any plans. Like my plan is to like be cute, where I see it every day, like, oh my god, this summer is gonna be crazy. Could you elaborate? I want a little bit of highlight. Oh, here we go. Give me a vaccination. Okay, I think I'm just gonna do, wait. I think I'm just gonna do a mascara today. I don't really feel like dealing with a lash. I'm gonna add a little bit of shadow just to the outer. And then fucking take a different brush and blend her. I'm gonna put on mascara and do my lips and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here is, I guess, the final look. I would love to like straighten my hair, but I've just been trying to put heat on it once a week, so I think it's like fine. It kind of gives me like a rugged look. But I hope you guys enjoyed this rant. Get ready with me. Let me know if you got ready with me down below, because I know some of y'all be doing that. Don't forget to check out Dossier. Again, you can get 10% off with my code, so I will link them down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone.